Hey guys, what's up? I'm QBIN YT, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a build guide for the Kuva Brakk. So before we get into this, I just want to say make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel yet. Like the video if you like the build, dislike it if you don't like the build, and yeah, let's just get into the build. But yeah, so just before we show you the build, I just want to make sure that you guys know no mods, no arcanes, no corrosive projection, no primary, no melee, no companions. So just note that because it's going to be a hell of a lot better with any of that stuff on it. So this is the build we're going to be using. I have created a second build, so don't worry if you don't have some of the mods on here. If you guys don't have the primed pistol gambit and the primed target cracker, just replace it with the normal pistol gambit and normal target cracker. And yeah, so this build is going to be doing very well against pretty much everything. So the second build, the second configuration, is if you don't have any of the status, or basically the 60/60 mods. If you don't have those, use this one. And you might notice that there's an empty slot here. There are two mods that I would recommend, either Augur Pact, which is the worst one that you could use in this slot. Well, the worst out of the two. And then there's Hydraulic Crosshairs. If you can, use Hydraulic Crosshairs for that slot. If you can't use Hydraulic Crosshairs, then use Augur Pact. And with Hydraulic Crosshairs, after testing, I did recycle it, so I mean, I can't show you guys, but it's basically a side grade from this build. It is slightly worse, especially against higher level enemies, but for the most part, it's a side grade if you use Hydraulic Crosshairs on the side build. But I'm going to be using the first build because this is the best build that you can use for it. Now, I'm not saying it's the best build ever. I'm assuming that there's probably going to be somebody who finds a better build. But yeah, let's just get into it and show you the damage numbers. And again, this is with no buffs at all. With corrosive projection, it goes down from 4 headshots to 3 headshots to kill. But yeah, I'm gonna try and make sure. Yeah. Again, I have to. It's extremely hard for me to always hit headshots, but that's what it would look like for 4 headshots. Obviously, it's not realistic to expect that, but that's what it takes to kill. And when you're spamming it, obviously you're not going to always be hitting the head, so that's why I'm not aiming directly at the head. I'm aiming about where you would normally hit, and this is also generally about how it does in normal missions. I mean, obviously you're going to be melting everything instantly because you're not normally going to be fighting corrupted heavy gunners, for one, and also you're going to generally be having your Warframe buffs and your, you know, other buffs from companions and aura mods. And, I mean, after the helmet, if you're not using a damage buff on your Warframe, I don't really know what you're doing. Because, I mean, it's just there. I mean, also, if you have the helmet and you're not using a damage buff on your Warframe, you wouldn't even be using this weapon, because the only Warframes that aren't using a damage buff are the ones that don't need it, because the Warframe can do all the work itself. So yeah, I'll quickly show you, just for the laugh of it, what it would look like with a full build damage buff. It's insane, especially if you're using the Mirage damage buff. Where is my Mirage, actually? Oh, there we are. And then after this, I'll quickly show you something that I'm about to show in a new video that I'm going to make, which is a updated initial build guide. But I have to wait until I can subsume more Warframes for that. But that's going to be coming out probably in a couple days. Anyways, so if you use her clips and you're in the sun, 4-shot body shot, 1, 2, 3, 3-shot body shot, 1-shot headshot, maybe 1-shot headshot. I think it's always a 1-shot. Okay, well, we'll call it almost always 1-shot headshot. And basically, you know, you can just mow down your enemies with this. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.